So recently, Joe Rogan was threatened by a workout influencer called the Liver King. And the Liver King basically challenged him to a fight over social media. And so he was pretty much almost immediately arrested for this, because I guess it's illegal to threaten people publicly. I guess that's still illegal, even though as cool as challenging somebody to a fight is.
Not in the Wild West.
Not protected speech, apparently.
It's estimated that 15 to 30% of males that are really into weightlifting use steroids. If you go to the gym,
30?
potentially
Wow.
up to 30% of the dudes that you see that are huge, that are lifting weights at the gym, 15 to 30% of those dudes could be using steroids.
And how many of them are Instagram influencers? That's where I get hung up on, because what's happening is we're having this big social problem where everybody's on their phones looking at these influencers as though that's the standard. And these guys are probably how many of them are that actually makes me upset. I don't even know how to finish that.
No, absolutely. And actually, our producer just threw a message out of saying that there's a fake natties epidemic, which essentially is a lot of influencers who are posing as natural bodybuilders when in fact they're actually getting a lot of their gains from taking steroids.
Why would somebody want that? Is it because they like to get compliments, or is it because they think that's what's going to attract somebody to them for them to have a relationship? Or is it just because they want to at some point start their own Instagram influence thing? First of all, you can get the gains you want by just eating more clean, like in the kitchen. Like six packs abs comes in the kitchen, not the gym. And so that's where I would say get rid of all the sugar, get rid of all the processed food, and that's the way to go. And then you actually will get the benefit of what you're doing in the gym more fully. I would say go, instead of spending your money on steroids, spend your money on books or a coach or something, or a pastor to help you. You don't have to spend money on that, but get help to get your head where it needs to be and to have your self-image not necessarily related to that.
I think this is a crazy kind of dark poetic irony in the fact that these drugs that people take in order to become more manly at the same time also mess with or shrink your literal manliness. I mean, I know I'm not the only person that's ever thought of that before,
right?
But there's just something so strangely poetic about the fact that it's I'm taking this so I can look more manly, and it's your hidden manliness, your physical hidden manliness is being affected, and it's weird. It's interesting. There's almost something spiritual about that. I don't know. It's very bizarre.
No, you're right. It's a counterfeit, because what happens is you take a synthetic testosterone, you put it in your body automatically says, oh, I don't have to make as much testosterone now. And then your estrogen actually goes out of balance too, because we all have that as well. And so it's a counterfeit coming in and replacing the real thing. So you can think about it spiritually in that way.
Yes, and that's one of the side effects actually is the SARMs also they have potential to reduce your testosterone levels over time as well.
Yep.
But maybe not quite
That'll
as much.
preach.
Part of the issue might be this. Liver King, he used to be known as a natural bodybuilder, which means somebody who doesn't use steroids. Well, it turned out that was actually false, and people found out that he was super roided up. And here's the thing about steroids, they make you really aggressive. We're not showing off who is currently taking steroids on this podcast. I'll ask that question in a second, but Ryan insisted that we all actually wear a shirt today.
I don't want to be shamed. Yeah, I'm not roided up.
So just yesterday, somebody at the gym said that they're going to start taking injections of peptides, which is an amino acid, and it's not a complete protein, but it's headed in that direction. So, and just from a quick Google search, it seems like peptides are a better option than SARMs. When I talked to one of my coaches about SARMs recently, a couple months back, they said, oh yeah, there's this new kind of, it's not a steroid, it's different, and there's no side effects. That was what they said. There's no side effects. And that's
they were talking about SARMs?
I believe it was SARMs. That's the same thing that I'm hearing from other people at the gym. Oh yeah, this one has no side effects, right? So I think there is this gym culture of this is the best thing to do. And Leslie was telling me the gym culture that she's around right now, it's not at our gym, but it's at other gyms, is that everybody eats gummy bears right before they work out, because we need the fast carbs and the fast energy. So let's all down a bag of gummy bears before we work out. And it's okay, but you could do it the healthy way and get better energy from a piece of fruit.
Gosh.
You're destroying all the work you just did.
Yeah.
But
Eat an
it's
8-ounce
the gym-
steak.
It's the gym culture. And I think what it is
Yeah.
we're telling ourselves it's limited side effects versus steroids. And it's basically like a lesser version of steroids. And the other thing was yesterday, a guy at the gym said, hey, I'm about to start taking these peptide injections or whatever, and they're going to be awesome. And there's no side effects whatsoever. And my question would be, well, if y'all are the same people saying there's no side effects with the SARMs, what are the side effects of this? Maybe they're not as bad as the SARMs, but at the same time, I'm like, I think there's a gym culture around the idea of just don't talk about it and it's not going to be a thing, like it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like just looking for the shortcut and not willing to do the research. If you're enjoying this episode, you can get access to the full-length exclusive conversation by becoming a member on youtube.com or locals.com. The links will be below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and come back.